clean air. Again, we're going to go back to the larger population Cranbrook. We're going to look at the impact of this development on clean air of Cranbrook citizens, how it's going to impact them. There's going to be no heavy industry in this development. These are the main facts. Cranbrook itself is already in a threatened status because of all the fires and wood stoves and the steep mountains around here. So the air quality is actually not that good right now. The developers are saying they would disallow wood stoves. I don't know how they would go about doing that to the occupancies
That
of the
would be
resort.
set as an architectural control.
You can do that then. Okay, so they're claiming they're going to do that, so that would eliminate the wood stove factor. We're still dealing with CO2 from the traffic, people traveling around. There's going to be a lot more traffic. That's the main issue I see coming from this development. Is more people. I open up to the panel now to add any more input.
Just an observation, I drive that road quite frequently. And when the spray irrigation fields are up and running, there's a lot of smell coming out the spray irrigation field. So I would wonder if that would be an attracting factor for the people who live there. That you know, new housing and new developments, all exciting things, but in a short period of time when the wind starts to change and people in this new development get used to the idea that it's going to be snowing in the spray irrigation field,
Yeah.
what sort of problems are we going to deal with at that time?
Yeah. What about you, Rob?
Just trying to get my head around this. If we're talking about 7,500 people who are using this as their place to visit, and there may not actually be permanent residents, then I'm seeing, what we have right now with the Alberta and every highway congestion coming now to Cranbrook, and then departing Cranbrook on a regular, frequent basis. So if that's what I'm understanding, and then the corridor access being proposed is up through Cranbrook and up through into Gold Creek, just below the Phillips Reservoir, if that's what I understand correctly, we've got some major air pollution coming that way, given also then the whole issue of traffic and congestion and motor vehicle accidents and all those other pieces. So motor vehicle air pollution coming through downtown Cranbrook, if that's the way this is envisioned, could further compromise our air quality summer, winter.
Yeah. Does anybody else?
Yeah, I would like to add that the community by nature is a living organism, and if we're not growing, we're dying. And so this area is amazing what it has to offer. And if we manage this growth properly, 7,500 people, whether they live on that mountaintop or spread around outside city limits, it's still going to have the same impact. The cars are still going to do what they're doing, and so we don't know the total plans that these developers have with respect to the golf course, for example. There are ways to irrigate golf courses that are very, very economical, that aren't standard golf courses. We don't know their plans. We don't know their vision for that. So there's a lot of stuff that we sort of are looking at and going, oh. And to say we're taking the emotion out of it, I don't think it's possible.
No, but you want to minimize
So
it.
when somebody says herbicides and pesticides, everybody gets emotional. But the fact remains, we don't know what their plan is.
Right. Does anybody else have anything to add on this issue?
I don't think we can put them into two categories for clean air, to be honest. I don't think it's any different for the people in Cranbrook to the people surrounding Cranbrook. I think air is going to be all around us, so I think we have to look at the whole thing together.
So you're talking about both population groups?
Yeah.
I think people disagree, but I do, because
I do too myself.
Cranbrook is concentrated,
Yeah.
and it's Valley Bottom, Gold Creek is a little more spread out. Gold Creek is going to be impacted by people driving back and forth.
Exactly.
But I live in Fernie, and I live right on the highway, and when it's tourist season, I notice there's a lot of vehicles on the highway, and you do notice it. You
Yeah.
notice that.
Exactly.
And you're going to notice it, especially during the peak influxes of people right when the ski hill closes.
the
Okay,
population.
sorry, yes, that's
Yeah.
right.
Does anybody have anything else to add? Can I?
Can I just say one thing?
Sure.
I do agree with you, sorry,
Great.
Greg. I think that's one thing you gotta look at, you're talking 7,500 people or 7,500 residents or whatever you're talking, but I don't know if we should be looking at it, you don't wanna say no to this, because you take 7,500 residences here, it may just go somewhere else.
Exactly.
You're rating the air quality, I think that's the issue here, it's not where it's going there or here, it's
No.
the air quality. we're talking
Exactly,
about.
that's all we're looking at.
Sorry.
No, I agree with Greg there too, because of the fact that if we're just gonna sit there and not do anything with our, whether it be right in town here or in the city limits or whatever, we will die and people will go elsewhere. And we do have, it's a renewable resource, so.
Well, I'd like to differ with that point of view, and I'll try to be a little less emotional than I was earlier. I know that a population, say, of deer or rabbits or whatever, usually maintains itself ideally in a stable condition. It doesn't have to grow, and it doesn't die just because it fails to grow. I think an analogy can be drawn between a community with sustainable development and populations of other living things. And I don't think we need to grow. It's not a case of growing or dying. What we need is stability.
Okay, can I open this up to the public now? Is there any feedback from the public on this issue of air quality pertaining to Cranbrook? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't see air quality as being a major item in this particular development. If we're gonna have development, we're gonna have the same situation. So I don't think that's.
Yeah,
a major
okay.
item.
Anybody else?
Just one thing. Could you look at the short-term air quality once the development starts? You have diesel trucks and everything like that.
Yeah.
All the time of when the development's actually working. That short, or whatever, how many years it will take, will have a tremendous impact, which will then dissipate once construction is complete.
Okay, good point.
I think
Yes.
it would bring natural gas, like, all the units and,
Yes,
because they don't want wood stoves.
that's what they're saying. I talked to the developer and I brought up the air quality issue and he said that's how they would deal with it.
But that's way more expensive than
It is, yes it
wood
is.
stove.
Yeah, of course. Can we do the scoring now, please?
Can I just add one more piece?
Okay.
So my key comment was that the migration of traffic in and out to achieve that the recreational values. So I understand it's not really gonna be a residential, but more visitor and timeshare aspects. But also keep in mind, if I understand the proposal, there's gonna be no community value up in that development. It's gonna be resort. So anyone that's doing their shopping, their socializing, other aspects beyond maybe limited activity there, it's gonna now have to drive back down into Cranbrook and cause further traffic congestion and therefore further air pollution values in and amongst the Cranbrook area. So I think we're dealing with the vehicle as a dependency for getting around, way beyond what a typical residential neighborhood would be, and a lot of vehicle use which equates to a lot of air pollution.
Oh, so would you say that's significant?
Yes?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to go with the scoring.